Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of NASCAR Platinum Cup Series Racing, hosted right here on NASCAR Heat 5. We have round 17 coming your way from Iowa Speedway. It's the Iowa Farms 300, and as you can see, these drivers are already off and rocking and rolling here in Stage 1. Stage 1, 34 laps in length. These drivers should be able to make it the entire distance without having to make a scheduled green flag pit stop. The battle for the lead is on between the 47 of Matt Smith, the two-time champion, and the current points leader, Aaron Garcia, in the 24. And as you can see, they are side by side going into turn 3 for the race lead for that position right now, with Dawson Brush in the number 8 car just behind them looking on. I'm NOSSCAR CEO Tyler McMurder, alongside my two in-race reporters, Trey Hollywood, driver of the 48, and Alex Tesdahl, driver of the 17. Kick back, relax, enjoy the action, folks. It's a triple header night, two of them coming your way on the NOSSCAR YouTube channel. And grab a cold can of soda and enjoy the action. You survived a long work week, and you deserve this. And thank you to Alex and Trey for joining me here in the booth while they're rocking and rolling out there on the racetrack.
Thanks for having us.
And we're going to throw it over to Trey Hollywood, driver of the 48. Off to a great start, buddy. You're running 6th. How's the car feel?
Feeling pretty good. I'm really trying to see what my tires are going to do in the long run. Just trying to see what my car will do in the long run and make sure my tires will last this entire run. Can't do it doing that though, right?
No, we'll let you get back to it. It looks like it was looking good until that, so we'll let you get back to it. Throw it over to Alex Tesdahl, driver of the number 17 Ford, and you're off to a great start as well, buddy. You're running in 8th place. Got your hands full with Josh Colm-Diaz in the 9, and Beam SKP, the Daytona 500 winner, running in 10th. How's the car feel so far?
A little on the loose side, but overall pretty good. It's gotten to be, trying to take care of the tires for the first run here.
Yeah, I really don't blame you. Don't think anybody's going to be coming to pit road if they can help it anyways. Good luck to you the rest of the way.
Thanks.
It's a stacked field, folks. BJ Thomas in the 99 making a return here to NOSSCAR. He's a former Final Four driver in the playoffs for the Truck Series a couple of years ago. Good to see him back on track here with us, this time in the Cup Series. He's no stranger to the Cup Series either. He's just never found victory lane here in the Platinum Cup Series. He's here looking to change that tonight at Iowa. He's up there in the top 15 right now. 22 drivers out there in tonight's race. 3 wide battle here. Josh Colm-Diaz, Alex Tesdahl, Trey Hollywood back down to 2. Never mind, break back to 3 wide, and now they're going to sort it back out for the most part as they go into turn 3. Josh, of course, in the 9 car, the 2021 NOSSCAR Legend Series champion. Alex Tesdahl just in front of him, former NOSSCAR Daytona 125 winner in the Legend Series. And of course, that season just started. The 5th annual Legend Series season just started up again on Monday nights. And your race leader is Matt Smith, the 2-time NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series champion. No stranger to victory lane, especially on the short tracks. He holds the record for the most short track wins in Platinum Cup Series history, and right now he's got the lead. He's led the most laps since the drop of the green flag. He's coming up on a couple of cars to put them 1 lap down here, but he's still going to log a few more before that comes. Running in 2nd is the driver of the number 8 machine, and of course that is Dawson Brush. Huge win for him, driving the 4 car on Monday in the NOSSCAR Legend Series. That, of course, at Las Vegas Motor Speedway was a great start to the season for him, and now he's looking to find victory lane here in the Platinum Cup Series on Fridays as well. He's been warned about Matt Smith, your current race leader, how good he is, along with other drivers like Aaron Garcia, Trey Hollywood, Alex Tesdahl, Dustin Franklin, Jesse Carlson, and others, and he's taking a liking to the challenge so far. They're running in 2nd. Aaron Garcia is running in 3rd in the 24. Jesse Carlson in the 6 car scored in 4th. They're all still very close together, and it's Aiden Cody in the 95 Toyota for Juicy J Motorsports rounding out the top 5. Started the season late, and therefore is outside the playoff cut line. So he's looking to get some points, looking to keep coming on Fridays to make those starts, get every point he can to try to get his way into the playoffs. And a victory is definitely not out of the realm of possibility. Very talented sim racer. Charles Jackson in the 1, scored in 6th. He won the Daytona 125 on Monday in the NASCAR Legends Series. Josh Colin-Diaz in the 9 car scored in 7th, along with Beam SKP, this year's Daytona 500 winner, scored in 8th. Number 14 for Steel Horse Motorsports, and if I'm not mistaken, folks, Pablo Hugo in number 46, driver out of Spain, is up there in the top 10, having a great run. Scored in 9th. And rounding out the top 10 is Trey Hollywood in the 48. 11th belongs to Alex Tesdall. Trenton Prince in the 20 car, running in 12th, but a strong run here for Pablo. And a very nice paint job as well. The Cole Trickle throwback there, the number 46 number as well. He drives for Rockstar Racing, and he's still looking for that first career top 10 finish here in the Platinum Cup Series.
9 to go in stage 1.
And an update there from Trey Hollywood. 1 win for him this year. That came at Talladega. We have 9 laps remaining in stage 1. Two wins in Trey Hollywood's career, actually, in the Platinum Cup Series, both coming on super speedways. How's the short track program so far here? You're looking pretty good in the short runs here for tonight, but then the car looks like it's a bit of a handful right now. Too loose?
Yeah, it's too loose right now. I got to tighten this thing up a little bit. But don't forget about Texas. I won Texas last year as well.
Ooh, okay, 10-4. And it was Sean Lucas in the 21 that's going 1 lap down to your race leaders early in the going. But the good news for him, I do believe he's going to be the first car 1 lap down at the end of stage 1, unless Matt Smith, the driver of the 47, catches anybody else. In fact, actually, it appears he might. He's closing in on B.J. Thomas in the 99 and Rush Downing in the 34. Those two cars nearly making contact with each other just a moment ago, but they kept it off each other and the wall. They're still side by side for that position, just in front of your race leader. We're getting a report. There's a wreck in turn 4 from Trey Hollywood, driver in the 48. We can't see who it was. We wanted to keep our camera on the leader just because he was coming up on that area of the racetrack. Let's see if we can figure out what happened there.
It was the 95 car.
Oh, no. And that's a heartbreaker. Aiden Cody in the 95, he was up there running in the top 5, running in 5th when whatever happened to him happened, and now he's lost all of that track position. Keep in mind the top 10 are the ones that get the stage points, and I think he's just barely outside of the top 10 at this point, but with under 5 to go, I don't know if he's going to have any stage points at the end of this one now. Thank you for the report, Trey, because we completely missed that one from up here in the booth.
No problem.
Now, Matt Smith kind of working his way through the lap traffic. He has to, really, because Dawson Brush in the 8 has given him a good run for his money here tonight. And he's put a lap on Rush Downing. He's put a lap on B.J. Thomas. And now I believe Emily might have a flat tire right front, I think, because she was up against the wall over in turns 1 and 2. There was contact between the 51 and 19. That's not too far in front of your race leader. All of these drivers doing everything they can to stay on the lead lap or stay the first car 1 lap down. Now, if I had to take a guess, I do believe the leader's got 2 to go here. On the backstretch he goes. And through 3 and 4 this time by. Out of 4 this time, he'll see the white flag. The next time by, he'll see the green and white checkered flags to signal the end of stage 1. Over 55 career stage wins for Matt Smith here in the NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series. He holds the record for that statistic. He's coming up on a couple of cars just in front of him here. Ooh. Jimmy Brown in the 19 trying his hardest to stay on the lead lap. In fact, I think he's got a flat. He spun and hit the outside wall hard over in turn 3. And Matt Smith wins stage 1. A couple of drivers having tire problems late in the stage. I do believe Rush Downing in the 34 is going to get the free pass at the end of stage 1. Now we'll have to check, but I believe Jesse Carlson in second, Aaron Garcia in third, and Alex Tesdall in fourth. But we'll throw it down to Alex Tesdall to get the top 10.
Hold on.
No problem. Make sure you guys pit.
Flash 9, NASCAR Roof, Black Cross, NASCAR King, Beam, Henry, Huget, Bubba Hollywood, Eva Seawood, and Larson Bolts in the top 10.
Jordan Green getting a top 10 in stage 1, 6-time NOSSCAR champion. Pablo Hugo, the driver out of Spain, 7th place in stage 1. And how about Matt Smith getting a stage win there? Another valuable playoff point. And when the postseason comes, folks, those playoff points, they really do go a long way to helping you advance round to round to round. And now some of these drivers have a bit of a hole to climb out of beginning in stage 2. Some of them have won a lap down. Some of them have lost all the track position they worked so hard for all stage
21
long.
Took a wave around. See how that works for him.
How many on the lead lap then?
Not 100% sure.
14.
Thank you. And we're getting a report that, oh man, Dawson Brush is off the racetrack and done for the day. Some sort of connection issue, and in the world of sim racing, we call that an engine failure, and that's a heartbreaker because he was up there in second and appeared to be the driver that was going to give the biggest test, the biggest challenge to Matt Smith for the win here tonight. Now, there's a long way to go, and there's a lot of talented drivers in the field, don't get me wrong, and we'll see how they make of this second chance against him being right on the back bumper of him. But yes, definitely the 8 car was going to be up there. And 22 cars started this race, 20 of them left on the racetrack, and they are rolling. They're racing like there's only 10 laps to go. And we just started stage 2, the Iowa Farms 300, round 17 of the 2022 NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series season. To the outside goes Aaron Garcia, looking for the race lead. The current points leader in the 24 up top, and the 2-time champion Matt Smith in the 47 down low. Another fun fact about the driver of the 24, he won this year's NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series Championship. And now 4 wide deeper in the field. Dean SKP, Trey Hollywood, Trenton Krentz, and Aiden Cody were all in that. Pablo Hugo, the driver out of Spain, lifted to let all of that sort itself out, and thankfully it did. And they're still bouncing off each other a little bit. Trenton Krentz, the 2-time world champion from Gran Turismo Sport, went up and found the outside wall. And now he's going to lose a couple of positions when it looked like he was going to gain about 3 or 4. That's getting crazy back here. There's the Daytona 500 winner, Beam in the 14 car, driver out of France. 4 different countries represented in tonight's race at Iowa. The United States, Canada, France, and Spain. Oh, and contact between the 20 and the 95, and they're still 3 and 4 wide. It is wild racing, and this is all just barely inside the top 10. The drivers behind this, they're really having to lift to try to let these drivers sort it all out. There's Pablo Hugo in the green and yellow car. Now we have a
95 around.
Yep, the 95 spun back there. Aiden Cody had a problem in stage 1, or else he was going to finish in the top 5 at the end of stage 1. And now he's got a problem again, this time in stage 2. No yellow, and he's back rolling again, but at the tail of the field. Man, never a dull corner here in NOSSCAR, that's for sure. You blink and everything has changed for you. Matt Smith, the race leader. Aaron Garcia in second. Jesse Carlson, the points leader for the Legend Series on Mondays. He's in third. And Josh Colby is in fourth. I'd like to point out that 3 of the top 4 drivers have won a championship in NOSSCAR on a NASCAR Heat game. And the top 6 have all won NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series races. In fact, the highest running driver right now in the field that has not won a Platinum Cup race would actually be Pablo Hugo, the driver out of Spain. There you see him, running in the 7th place position, doing a great job driving there against Sean Lucas in the 21 and the two-time world champ Prince in the 20. Alex Tesdall's just broken back into the top 10 of the 17 car. And it's Dustin Hardy in the 96 rounding out the top 10, still on the lead lap. There's Sean McNutt in the 51, long-time NASCAR driver, started with us back on NASCAR 15. I do believe he's one lap down, and he's battling to be the first car one lap down here at the end of stage 2. And we can update you on this as well. Charles Jackson in the 1 car, he's parked on pit road and motionless. He's done for the day, and that's a heartbreaker. Another driver that got stage points in stage 1 that definitely had a chance to win this race is now off the racetrack and done for the day. And when this type of thing happens, when we see attrition like this, sometimes it opens the door for a first-time winner, and very well could happen here tonight at Iowa. So folks, somebody's going to need to do something about the two-time NASCAR Platinum Cup Series champion, Matt Smith, if that's going to change. There you see him, 6 wins this season, 3rd in the point standings, the most playoff points of any driver this year. Led the most laps here tonight. Maybe a stage 2 win, we will see. I don't believe these drivers are coming to pit road for any service during this stage. We do expect 1 round of green flag pit stops in the final stage, however. Battle for second, looking good. And Garcia, the 2022 truck champ, running in the runner-up position with Jesse Carlson, the Legend Series points leader, in 3rd in the 6 machine. And now Josh Colombiez, 2021 Legend Series champion, goes to the inside. It looks like he's going to take that 3rd position away. And it would be magical here if we saw Josh Colombiez go on out there and win this race here tonight at Iowa. He has not won a NASCAR Platinum Cup Series race in about 2 years now, and he's been itching to win another one here. Got 9 truck wins. I believe it's 5 Legend Series career wins and 1 career Platinum Cup win. He'd love to change that here tonight at Iowa. And the battle for 5th is on. The Daytona 500 winner, Beam SKP, driver out of France. 2 Truck Series wins in his career there. He's got the 48 of Trey Hollywood, Talladega winner this year for Platinum Cup. Right behind him, this is the battle for 5th and 6th. The next car in line to battle with them for this position is the 2-time world champion, Trenton Prince, running in 7th and about a second and a half behind the 48. And into the wall goes the 95 of Aiden Cody. A couple of cars had to take evasive action there. That included Rush Downing, Emily in the 11 car, and BJ Thomas in the 99. They all got through clean, but a great race gone bad for Aiden in the 95, and now it's gone worse. He's got a whole bunch of damage to the right front of that Juicy J Motorsports number 95 Toyota, and he's going to need to address that on pit road.
Sorry to cut you off. 24 car here just got into the wall and bounced off and hit the 9 car.
And you're right, there's definitely some front end damage now to the 24 machine. Jesse Carlson has taken 2nd, and Josh Colombiez has dropped back to the 6th place position because of all this. And now the 9 and the 24 both have some damage to the nose of those Chevrolets. Thank you, Trey, because again, it's something we would have missed and would have had to try to figure out when we came back up to the lead battle here.
You're welcome.
Definitely damage they're going to take the time to fix under pit road, but the problem, Trey, and you know this, you're a long-time driver as well, the more damage you have to fix under your pit stop, the more likely you're going to lose a spot or two, and you want to be in the front couple of rows if you can help it for the restart.
Absolutely. It takes the time away from the pit stop, and then also now you got to adjust to that damage.
Yeah, I completely agree. Let's also throw it down now to Alex Tesdall, the driver of the number 17 Ford. You've broken back into the top 10, and the car looks stronger the longer that the run goes. You got a long run car here tonight. Am I picking up on something here?
Unfortunately, I'm not in the top 10. I fell a lap down right at the end of stage 1 and I'm trying to recover. But yeah, just the car for the long run. It feels really well. Just, yeah, work on driving back through.
And tell us where you're running and let us know. Are you the first car in that position on that lap?
I'm running P14, and as of right now, I think I'm the first one lap down.
All right, then we'll leave you to it. And sorry to hear. How many laps to go do we have here, Trey?
I'll tell you in just one turn.
Perfect, perfect. Because they are winding down. They click off quick here at Iowa.
They do. When the leader comes to the line, it'll be 6 to go.
Yeah, wow. And action all over this racetrack. The leader is actually in heavy lap traffic. He's going to put a lap on the 95 of Aiden Cody. And he put a lap on the 34 of Rush Downing as well. And with 6 laps remaining. Oh, and now there's a big crash over at the exit of turn 2. Rush Downing and the 34 is spun over there. I don't think there was contact between he and the 95. And so those cars are going to need to watch out there. That's over at the exit of turn 2. I think that he got it rolled down into the grass area afterwards. 5 laps remaining in stage 2. And the battle for second is in the stage is on your screen. Jesse Carlson in the 6 has it. Aaron Garcia in the 24 wants it. Josh Colombiez in the 9 car scored in 4th. Is about 2-3 seconds behind this battle ever since what happened. Trey Hollywood running in the 5th position in the 48. Beam SKP, the Daytona 500 winner, running in 6th. Just give you a bit of an update on where some of your favorite NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series drivers are running with 4 to go in stage 2 at Iowa. Round 17 of the 2022 NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series season. Posted here on NASCAR Heat 5.
Oh, he just wrecked it off turn 2.
Oh, he did. And that is Trenton Krentz, 2-time NOSSCAR World Champion from Gran Turismo Sport, and he's won a total of 5 championships with us here in NOSSCAR, all of which came on Gran Turismo, and now he's trying desperately to stay on the lead lap. Is he still on the lead lap, Alex? Oh yeah, he is. Sure. He is. I can confirm that now. Matt Smith is about a full straightaway behind Trenton, so Trenton should be good to stay on the lead lap for the beginning of the final stage. But man, there is a lot of traffic just in front of your race leader, Matt Smith. It kind of looks like
final lap.
The white flag's been shown now, getting a report from Trey Hollywood. It looks like Matt Smith in the 47 is showing some mercy. I think he's lifting a little bit and letting a few cars stay only 1 lap down instead of putting them a 2nd or 3rd lap down. Emily Sari in the 11 and BJ Thomas in the 99 are the cars I'm speaking about. And Matt Smith wins stage 2. Man, what a race. And if that's the way the finish is for the 2nd stage, I can only imagine how the race for the win is going to be. Aaron Garcia and Jesse Carlson had a great battle there for 2nd. The 24 and the 6 cars. We'll throw it down to Alex Tesdall to get the top 10 from stage 2.
The top 10 is Flash, NASCAR Oof, Black Cross, NASCAR King, Hollywood, Beam, Here Get, Larson Wolves, Country Boy, and even Seaman.
Man, what a wild race so far. 22 drivers started this race from 4 different countries. And the driver out of Spain, Pablo Hugo, is having a career night here. He's got a 7th in stage 1, a 7th in stage 2, and now that 46 car is going to be right up there with the front runners for the restart in the final stage here. And he's going for that first career NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series win in the Cole Trickle looking car, green and yellow 46 Chevy. You can't miss it. But folks, it's going to take oh man, you're going to have to climb a mountain. You're going to have to climb a beanstalk to take this one away from Matt Smith. He's led the most laps so far here tonight. He's swept the stages. Let's see if anybody can do it. We are green. Final stage here at Iowa. down the backstretch. They go. Matt Smith has it. Aaron Garcia in the 24 out to second. Jesse Carlson in the 6 car dives underneath them, and I think actually Aaron chose to drive in harder and take the outside line, and it's going to keep second place for him. He prevails in this and put Aaron Garcia up in the second place position, and it looks like he prefers the high line right now. Jesse in the 6 and 3rd, Josh Colm-Diaz in the 9 and 4th. Trey Hollywood in the 48 car rounds out the top 5. Team SKP, Justin Hardy, Jordan Green, 6th, 7th, and 8th. They're right there in this pack with them. Trenton Krentz, Alex Tesdall, Pablo Hugo. And 3 wide, and there was contact between the 48 and the 14, but it was after contact between the 6 and the 48. 6 kind of sent the 48 into the 14, and Beam SKP, the Daytona 500 winner, had to make a huge save. Still right there in the group with everybody, still on the lead lap, no damage, but lost some track position for sure. Got a top 5 car, in my opinion, driver out of France, and he's going to have a lot of time now to try to get back up there. We do know that these drivers will be coming to pit road for scheduled service at some point or another in this stage. I'm pretty sure they're going to need to run these fuel tanks close to dry in order to make it a one-stop final stage for them. Matt Smith, the leader. Aaron Garcia in 2nd. Josh Colm-Diaz in the 9 has pounced all the way up into 3rd here, capitalizing on Jesse Carlson kind of getting hung out on the inside line of all places, and Josh was able to prevail and go around the outside. He just did the same thing to the 24, his teammate, trying to make the outside line work, and now Aaron kind of put him in the wall a little bit. Actually, it kind of looked like Garcia in the 24 might have lifted a bit, showing that he didn't mean to get into the side of the 9, and he gave the position, I believe, to Josh in the 9. Let's see if Colm-Diaz, the 2021 Legend Series champion, can reel in Matt Smith in the 47. It's the highest he's run all race long. Speaking of the highest he's run all race long, let's give a call to Dustin Hardy in the 96 machine for Juicy J Motorsports. See if we can find him here. He's driven all the way up inside the top 5. Oh, just behind him there was contact between the 48 and the 20. That's a battle for the 6th and 7th positions. Let's quickly throw it down to Alex Tesdall. Alex, did you get a free pass or no?
Nope.
Oh, it's unfortunate. I'm sorry, buddy. We'll let you get back to it. I just wanted to confirm that Dustin was in 5th there.
Yes.
All right. And it's been a career run for a couple of drivers here tonight. Dustin Hardy in the 96, Pablo Hugo in the 46. There's a few drivers knocking on the door of a new personal best finish for themselves here in the Platinum Cup Series. And as per usual, the racing is wild from about 5th on back. Thinking about 4 wide, through 1 and 2. Oh, and now contact between the 96 and the 17. And every now and then the 48 jumps to the bottom to think about 3 wide. And I'm sure if he gets the run, he's going to do it. And now he's got the run. They're 3 wide. And now Beam SKP makes it 3 wide on the bottom as well. Trenton Krentz in the 20 was all the way at the top, had nowhere to go. Ran out of real estate, scraped the wall a little bit, and he elected to lift and just fall in behind this wild battle and kind of watch the chaos unfold. Exactly what Jordan Green, the double zero, was doing as well. He's running just outside the top 10, but he's on the lead lap, the 6-time champion is, and he's just kind of watching these drivers wear their tires out. There he is. NOSSCAR Hall of Famer in the old school stock car division. His NASCAR 15 victory edition statistics are insane, folks. Jordan Green, 6-time champion. There's Timmy Brown. He's not on the lead lap, but for the most part, that 19 car still looks in pretty good shape. I believe he's 2 laps down to your race leader, Juicy J Motorsports number 19 car. He won the 2018 Brickyard 200 in the Motormaster Series, back on NASCAR Heat 2. Now Trey Hollywood trying to, challenge Alex Tesdahl, but again, folks, it's not a battle for position. Alex normally on the lead lap and up here battling inside the top 5. Top 10 is not on the lead lap, and Trey Hollywood kind of just driving around and minding his own business in the 5th place position. Trying to keep the tires on it. Let's throw it down to him. Trey, how does the car feel now on the long runs? I remember in stage 1, longer the run went, looser the car got.
My best stage probably was stage 2. That was when it felt the best. I think I tightened up too much in this run. So I just need to make a little bit of adjustment on the air pressures that I did to start this run. But overall, I think once I make that change, it'll feel a little bit better. But I've tightened up a little too much here.
Honestly, you did something right, because you're looking pretty good. And the 95 just got very loose in behind you. I think the 95 is fast, but a little too loose. I think that it might be okay on a night on a track like this to give up a tiny bit of speed for a bit more control and traction, because every now and then, as we just saw with the 95, you might gain a 10th or 2 on the cars in front of you each lap, but then you might lose all of it and then some by doing what just happened there. The 95, one of the strongest cars in the field, Aiden Cody, started the season late, trying to get as many points as he can to build a run for the playoffs, which is not impossible for him. He's not too far below the cut line. That just also goes to show you the level of skill this driver has and the number of points he's gotten from the handful of races he's run with us. But yeah, a little on the loose side for him so far. I was going to ask you, Trey,
in stage 1.
Do you know if he's on the lead lap, Trey?
He's in 7th, yes, he's on the lead lap.
Okay, because we saw him have problems there a couple of times in stage 1 and 2. He's pretty much given up every stage point he would have gotten here tonight. Unfortunately, such a talented sim racer. I know he's going to bounce back from this. It's a triple header night, but good to know that he's still on the lead lap and up there in the top 10. Team SKP in 8th place. Going to make a huge save earlier when there was contact between the 6, the 48, and the 14, and everybody held on to it. Beam got the worst of it, but now he's kind of rebounding. He's going to make a pass on the 95 to take the 7th place position away. Pablo Hugo, driver out of Spain, runs in the 9th place position. Good rebound for him after having to lift and get out of a 4-wide situation earlier. And it's Jordan Green, the 6-time champion, rounding out the top 10. We can update you as well. Dustin Hardy in the 96. He was up there in the 5th place position at one point, but we think he wore his tires out a little bit. He's still on the lead lap, and he's running at 11. It's been all Matt Smith. So far, it's been a Matt Smith kind of night. So far here at Iowa Speedway, round 17 of the 2022 NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series season. 140 lap event. 22 drivers started this race. I believe we have 19 of them left on the racetrack. A couple of heavy hitters off the racetrack. And done for the day. Charles Jackson in the 1 car is one. And of course, Dawson Brush is another in the 8 machine. Dawson was up there battling for the lead with Matt Smith in stage 1 before whatever happened. So one less challenger for Matt to deal with here tonight. And it's Josh Cole-Diaz in the 9 car, still running in 2nd, but ever since taking over the runner-up spot, we were wondering if he was going to be able to make a charge and maybe reel in the 2-time Cup champ, and so far has not been able to do it. In fact, he's under fire from Jesse Carlson in the 6. Jesse goes to the outside, which is the lane that Josh in the 9 was using to make his passes earlier, and he finds the wall coming out of turn 4. Jesse on the throttle maybe a little too soon, trying to exit turn 4, scraped the wall, and he's going to give up 2nd place.
42 to go when the leader gets to the line.
Awesome, and hearing from the Talladega winner this year, Trey Hollywood, 42 laps remaining. We're in the final stage. Matt Smith, Josh Cole-Diaz, Jesse Carlson, Aaron Garcia, and Trey Hollywood, your top 5. Now Jesse takes the 2nd place position away successfully this time, showing a little bit better long run speed right now than the 9 car. Now before these drivers come to pit road, we're going to do a good old-fashioned crank it up, folks. If your soda's empty, grab another cold one, come on back. Well, first, before you do, crank the volume knob on whatever you're listening to us on here, folks, and enjoy the sound of these Cup cars on NASCAR Heat 5 for a bit and ride along with your favorite Cup drivers. Crank it up,
Before you do that, just to let you know, sorry, pit stops may be coming probably in the next 5 laps for some people.
Ooh, okay. 10-4. And crank it back down, folks. We have a crash over at the entrance of pit road. Dave Marks Jr. in the 41 car got loose down on the apron just in front of another car, and heavy contact was made. I believe it was Timmy Brown in the 19 that had nowhere to go. And now we're also getting another report that the 95 of Aiden Cody spun trying to get to pit road, and he went up and hit the outside wall nose first. Many cars are coming down pit road now, including your race leader, Matt Smith in the 47, Jesse Carlson in the 6, Bean SKP in the 14, Trenton Krentz, the world champion, in the 20. And the 51 of Sean McNutt, BJ Thomas in the 99, Trey Hollywood in the 48. Many cars on pit road. Pit road, a very busy place. There's a party down there. And this is that scheduled pit stop that I was telling everybody about coming up here in the final stage. It's really the only green flag pit stop of the entire race. And I believe that, I'm not sure who the race leader is right now. I think everybody that was up front has made a pit stop.
00 is currently out front.
Oh, thank you very much. And Jordan Green, the 6-time NOSSCAR champion and NOSSCAR Hall of Famer from the old school division, the stock car division, leading this race here at Iowa Speedway. He has one career Platinum Cup Series win. It came 2 years ago. It's his only NOSSCAR win on a NASCAR Heat game, and folks, if you're gonna win, if you want to win one anywhere, it's really here in this series where you want to win it the most. And how about it, folks? It's got the race lead. Is there some sort of strategy in mind?
Nah, he should have the pit. I think he's just basically running it out.
No, I was wondering, is it possible anybody pit too soon and they're going to need to worry at all about tires and fuel?
No.
The ones who pitted early, I don't know.
Okay, no problem.
I'm one of the early pitters, and I should be fine.
So
the first person to pit was the 24 car, and I pitted a lap after him, and then everybody else was a lap after me.
What do we have for laps remaining? About 30?
We have 29.
All right. Thanks a bunch. 29 laps to go for your race leader, Jordan Green. And again, he does need to come to pit road for service before the end of this one. The only thing that might be able to save him at this point is a caution, but those are off for this current event. And he's honestly just logging laps, leading laps, getting valuable camera time here. And now he's coming to pit road. Gotta wonder if some of these drivers who elected to short pit and come to pit road as soon as possible, gotta wonder if some of them are gonna make it all the way to the end of the race on fuel or tires. And just behind Jordan Green, should note that I believe that was the 96, it was, of Dustin Hardy coming to pit road as well. So both of those drivers electing to run their fuel tanks completely dry before coming pit road for scheduled service. This should give the lead back to the two-time Platinum Cup champ, Matt Smith, in the 47. And when it does cycle through, he's coming around on the start-finish line now. I believe it's going to be Jesse Carlson in the 6 car running in second, but it's going to be about a full straightaway separating the 47 and the 6.
Into the line, 25 to go.
47 the leader?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, 25 to go. You heard Trey Hollywood. It's been a Matt Smith kind of race. He's led the most laps, swept the stages. We knew it was going to have to come down to something wild and drastic, maybe some sort of pit strategy in the final stage to somehow change the trajectory of how this race was going and where the direction it was going. Matt Smith is doing what he does best, folks. And Jesse Carlson in the 6 machine is running in second, and we can tell you that Josh Colm-Diaz in the 9 car scored in third. Aaron Garcia in the 24 runs in fourth. Keep in mind, the 9 and the 24, they may be running third and fourth, but they've got quite the distance in front of them if they want to run down Jesse Carlson to challenge for that second place position. And there's about 3 lap cars in between themselves and Jesse. And much deeper back, you got to go to find the battle for 5th place. And if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I am mistaken, I believe the battle for 5th is between Trenton Krentz in the 20 and Trey Hollywood in the 48.
Correct.
I thought so. Sometimes I could piece it together here. So Trey running in 6th, and behind Trey is Beam SKP, the driver of the 14. He is scored in 7th. Contact was made between he and Alex Pesdal just a moment ago. Alex, of course, 1 lap down, fell a lap down at the end of stage 1, I believe it was. And really that's a heartbreaker, Alex, because here in the final stage, you've been running up there with the drivers that are running anywhere from about 4th on back to 7th all stage long, and unfortunately you're not battling for position with them. Sorry to hear that, buddy, but safe to say the car feels good?
Yeah, the car is on rails. It could have been if I didn't make that mistake.
Yeah, and sometimes it goes like that, and it's a kind of a heartbreaking situation. What position are you running? Is there chances of you getting a top 10?
12th, so I don't think it's out of the question, but it's a long way to go to get a top 10.
And as you mentioned, some of the drivers who came to pit road very early, they might be in a bit of trouble. They might have came too early. They might not have the tires or fuel or both to reach the very end of the race. Time will tell. About 20 laps remaining here at Iowa Speedway, round 17 of the 2022 NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series season, the 5th annual Platinum Cup Series season, everyone, 5 years strong. No league name changes. Nothing different. Pure consistency and organization. And a lot of these drivers that are in the Platinum Cup Series have been with us since the very beginning. A lot of them all the way back from NASCAR 15. Many of them started with us on NASCAR Heat 2 and Heat 3. Many of them have won championships with us on Gran Turismo Sport or Wreckfest. Some of them also participate in our races on iRacing. Every year, folks, the very best in the NOSSCAR community. It's about 250 drivers, the very best, come on out for the Platinum Cup Series season here on Heat 5. And that's often why I'm talking about all these accolades and championships for every single driver. It kind of sounds like, you know, we just award championships left, right, and center. Really, we don't. It's a class of who's who here in the NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series. Almost all of these drivers have either won championships or won races somewhere in the community of NOSSCAR. Oh man, heavy lap traffic for your race leader, Matt Smith. Under 20 to go, and every time Matt feels like he's got it all locked up and well in hand, there's just always seems to be another hurdle in front of him, and it looks like it's going to come in the form of lap traffic here at Iowa Speedway. About 5 or 6 cars trying their best to stay on the lead lap or simply not lose any more laps to the race leader just in front of him. And the next one he'll have to try to negotiate a pass on is the 2018 Brickyard 200 winner, Timmy Brown, in the 19. Can't believe I'm going to say it, but the next one after is Jordan Green in the 00. Remember, folks, Jordan stayed out for a long period of time to lead some laps and hit with about 29, 28 laps to go, and he's not too far in front of your race leader and in danger of possibly going a lap down. There he is. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Jordan's running in the 8th place position with Trey Hollywood in 7th. Trey, is that right?
Let's see, Larson Wolves?
Yeah.
Yes, he's running in 8th.
All right, so 8 cars left on the lead lap here with about 15, 16 laps to go here at Iowa Speedway. They click off quickly, especially when a driver of Matt Smith's caliber is leading the way and pacing the field. And Dave Marks Jr. got really out of shape there on the front stretch. Jordan Green had to take evasive action, and he did a great job grabbing a handful of wheel to miss that one. And a lot of front-end damage to Pablo Hugo. Oh, and now he got put in the wall by the 24 of Aaron Garcia. It was very minor contact, but Pablo lost control, came down into the side of Rush Downing in the 34, and Rush hit the inside wall a ton, and now he's stopped over on the back straightaway. Actually, now he's rolling again, we're hearing, and Pablo has a ton of front-end damage to the 46 Chevy for Rockstar Racing. He's going to try his best to stay out the rest of the way here. And as long as he's not dropping any fluid, he's going to do that. I was going to say it started off as a great race for him, 7th in both stages, on the lead lap all the way until the very end here in the final stage where problems and bad luck struck, and now here he is trying to salvage a top 12, top 15. Back to the leader, trying his best to work his way through the lap traffic I was mentioning earlier. That was the hurdle I was mentioning that Matt is going to need to encounter and conquer. Now he's going to complete the pass on Jordan Green. Next one in line is Trey Hollywood in the 48. 7 cars left on the lead lap. And a driver in this group we haven't talked too much about in this race, actually. Sean Lucas in the 21. I don't believe he's on the lead lap. And another similar story to Alex Tesdall in the 17. lost the lead, lost a lap early, I believe, in stage 1, and has shown amazing speed ever since, and has been able to run in the pack where the top 10 cars are all night long, and just hasn't been able to battle them for those positions. So kind of a shame, a very heartbreaking situation for the 17 and the 21. Very fast cars. We have two very talented sim racers, and proven it here, battling with these lead lappers up there in the top 6 and 7. Trey Hollywood goes a lap down, was very respectful about it. Matt Smith goes on by. 6 cars left on the lead lap. The pace that Matt has been putting on here tonight is blistering fast. But at the same time, if you watch him go around this racetrack, it's very smooth. You can tell he's fast, but you can also tell that he's really taking care of those tires. He's not going left and right when he tries to set the car up on the straightaways. Doesn't dive too hard into the corners. Always drives in the perfect speed. Slowly down to the bottom, lifts and gracefully gets back onto the throttle slowly and drives out to the outside wall. Very methodical and very smooth. On the pole for this race, has led the most laps, swept the stages, looking to hold on for another win here in the NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series. He's got 6 this year, sitting 3rd in the point standings, and the closest challenger he has is about a full straightaway behind, and now half a lap remaining for the 2-time champ. No stranger to victory lane in NOSSCAR, that's for sure. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. 39th career NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series win for Matt Smith. Driver for Lone Wolf Motorsports, a team owned by Jordan Green. What a race. And now we're going to need to get filled in a little bit on the rest of the results. I think that Josh Colm-Diaz finished in 2nd, but that's why we need you guys.
NASCAR Roof in 2nd.
Thank you. And then Josh Colm-Diaz in 3rd. Aaron Garcia in the 24 car finishes in 4th. And who was rounding out the top 5? Was it Beam in the 14?
The 20 car.
Was even Steven. 6
even
was Beam. I was 7th. 00 was 8th. 96 was 9th. And 95 was 10th.
Awesome. Don't forget photos of the results for me, Trey, of all 21 or 22.
Yes, I'll send them to you.
Thank you kindly. What a race, guys. We're going to get a moment to speak to Matt Smith in Victory Lane here in just a moment. He's in the group chat already. If one of you guys can say something in the chat that we're in, inviting him on over here. What a drive. We'll start with Alex Tesdall, driver of the 17. Alex, he had a top 10 car all night long. He just lost the lead lap early. That's really all. You proved the rest of the race that you had something for these guys, and you had potentially a top 5 finish, top 10 for sure coming your way. Sum up your race for us. What adjustments did you make, and how did you get the car to be so good on the long runs?
Yeah, the car, after adjustments, was amazing, and for sure had top 5 speed. This, it was really loose in stage 1 and spun it with 2 to go. But other than that, car was super quick, made some tire pressure and a wedge adjustment, and, tried my best to recover what possible.
Other than this race here, you've been on a bit of a roll lately, a top 5 and 3 top 10s to open the Legend Series season, and you're sitting good in the point standings here for Platinum Cup on Fridays. What's kind of been the methods that you use to prepare for these races on Mondays and Fridays?
Honestly, I don't do a whole lot of practice. My main focus is just, try to take care of the car and stay out of trouble, and, often it results in the top 10, sometimes to 5.
Best of luck to you at Sonoma.
Thanks.
And Trey Hollywood, quick word with you. Driver of the 48, solid top 10 finish for you. You ran there all night long. Looked like you drove all the way up to third, I believe, at one point. Sum up your day for us. Tell us how the car felt, and do you think you could have, do you think you would have, sorry, done anything differently if you did it over again?
Yeah, I definitely would have made just a little bit better adjustments than what I made. Like I said, in stage two, I really made the car much better. Like it was really good in stage two, and that's when I got up to like third, or I think it was third or fourth. But it was a really good overall for me. It's Iowa, and it's not one of my strong tracks, so to come away with the top 10, pretty happy with that. Um, Solid run for me.
You've
Learned a
got
lot, I should say.
Sorry to interrupt, that was my fault. You've got to win this season. It was at Talladega there. You're locked into the playoffs. Does that change the way you enter these races, your mindset or your strategy?
No, I kind of go in the mindset of getting stage points and also getting a top 10 finish, just to keep me in good points into the playoffs. I'm pretty confident in the playoffs. I like a lot of the tracks that's in the playoffs. So the goal is to win always, but I never go in the mindset of I'm going to win, even if it's a track that I know that I'm really good at. So just to go and make sure I continue to have good finishes.
I am the exact same way, and I also find that if you are the type to go in there and say, oh yeah, I'm going to win, it just doesn't happen as often as it does for you if you go in with the mindset you just described. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I really admire that, and I agree with that. Good luck to you at Sonoma.
Thank you. Thank you.
And to victory lane we go. Matt Smith, career win number 39 for you here in the NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series. Another one for Lone Wolf Motorsports as well. A flawless race for you, buddy. Qualified first, led the most laps, swept the stages. Seemed like nobody really was going to challenge you that much, except for maybe Dawson Brush in the 8 car, but he had an engine failure there near the end of stage 1. Describe your race for us. Tell us how you were able to lead as many laps as you did and show the speed that you had.
Tell you, it's not often that I can pull something off like that. Usually, qualifying on the pole is super rare for me, but I think that's like 3 poles in the last month or so. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of happy about that. Car was just very comfortable. I was on a slider 4, so it kind of took a few laps for the nose to start to turn before I could adjust the air pressures on that first stop, but Black Cross had the outside rolling for quite a while, and then I think once the car started to change a little bit, I started running back down on the bottom, and the 8 was fast. He was staying right with me the whole time. I was a little nervous with the lap traffic to close out stage 1, and I looked back and he wasn't there anymore, so I feel like him and I would have had a good battle for it. It was unfortunate for him, but car handled great. I made, good adjustments that it lasted, and I didn't have to worry about it being super loose.
A strong run for you, buddy. Honestly, parking in the victory lane here. Congratulations. And you mentioned the 8 car. Keep your eye on him. We have high hopes and a good feeling about him. Good luck to you at Sonoma.
I'm gonna try to keep it on the track.
Oh gosh, easier said than done there for all of us. I've raced there many times with the new carousel or the old carousel back. Man, it's an animal of its own. And that was Matt Smith, driver of the number 47 Chevy for Lone Wolf Motorsports. Career win number 39 for him here in the NASCAR Platinum Cup Series. One of the very best to ever race here on the NASCAR Heat games. Proves it every time he comes out here. And yeah, flawless work for him again, like we've seen him do many, many times. That's going to do it, folks. Iowa Speedway's in the history books, 17 races deep now in the 5th annual Platinum Cup Series season. Be on the lookout here in just a matter of moments for the Sonoma race here on Heat 5. Good night, everybody. Stay fast.